250 million nerve endings are in our fascial tissue. So when we're experiencing pain, it's most likely within the fascial tissue, not necessarily the muscles, the joints, and things like that. Now, having said that, the fascial tissue covers everything. It's the matrix, it's your structure, it's in between the muscles, it's interwoven in the muscles, it's around the joints, it's around the cells. So the fascial tissue is this entire suit, skin. It's our structure. We would not be able to stand up. We wouldn't be able to move without our fascial tissue. So all of this is being found out now, and it's going to take a while to get into the Western medical books that are being taught in medical schools, but we're learning so much about the importance of fascial tissue. It houses our lymphatic system. It houses our nervous system. It is interconnected with our immune system. It is interconnected with our messenger system. It is just so important. And it does not respond the same way as muscles do. With muscles, you're talking about often stretching. With fascial tissue, it responds better to compression, to contracting, to holding. And by doing that, when you release it, it activates like an electrical system. And so, and it opens things up to allow the lymph to flow. And if you're a follower of traditional Chinese medicine, this is also our meridian system. So when we're working energetically, we're also affecting all of our organs. So it's really, really important to do some fascial work. And there's a lot of ways to get at it. Yin postures are one way, so we'll do some yin. We can also, in between the yin postures, do some gentle somatic yoga, which works on our nervous system and also creates better communication between the brain and certain areas of our body. We'll also use a variety of fascial release tools. Any one of these work. I've got 2 balls in something. I've got individual balls. I even have a cork ball. And if all of these things are too firm for you, there are, these are called hacky sack balls. And a lot of times people use things like that for like underneath the knee. They're softer. I bought these on Amazon very inexpensively, hacky sack balls. And then you can even use a rolled blanket and you can use a block. So all of these tools become really important and effective for doing fascial release. And of course, breathing, right? Breathing, yes. So let's actually start off with a breathing practice. And place your hands on your belly. And this is more for sensory awareness, just to notice from the inside out what you are doing. So begin, if you don't mind, pushing your stomach out. And to push your stomach out, you're bringing a lot of breath in. And then draw your stomach in. So you're not actually putting the breath in the stomach, by the way. What you're doing is you're filling the lower part of your diaphragm enough so that it slides down. And then that pushes the stomach and those organs out of the way. So just do that for a few times. Just actively push the stomach out, allowing the diaphragm to come down in the inhale, and actively draw the stomach in. The diaphragm goes up, the exhale comes out. A few more times. So now lay on your back and do the same thing and notice any differences. Again, we're still placing our hands on our belly. We're trying to lift our stomach up using our breath and diaphragm and then draw it. But this time, rather than actively pushing the stomach out and in, see if your breath can do this work to push the stomach out and in, and get yourself comfortable on your back. If you need something under your head, go ahead and do that. If you need something under your knees, go ahead and do that. Place hands gently on the belly. Use the breath. So a deep inhale. And a long exhale where the belly comes back. And a deep inhale. And a long exhale. The belly withdraws because you've created a vacuum when you've pressed your air out. One more time. All right, let's try this one more time now on the belly. Now, if you want to get more of a release in anything that's tight here, you could add a rolled blanket under your belly. You could add, I don't know if you have any of these, you could add something like this under your belly. If you are really into pain sensation, you could add a block under your belly. And we're going to do the same thing. So you decide what is the appropriate thing to put under the belly to feel the breath. And now we're actually getting into some of the fascial tissue because we're compressing something. So you decide what works for you. Let me see. I haven't decided which one I want to do. Okay, this actually not bad. It's a little pressure. So you want to feel pressure. You don't want to be in excruciating pain. And you can rest your head on something. And again, you're using your breath. Now you should be pressing against something. And then slowly, mindfully release it. This should be loosening up some of that fascia tissue that surrounds the breathing apparatuses, the diaphragm, the ribs. You have tiny little muscles between every rib. And again, you don't want to go into pain with this. So when you've had enough of that, go ahead and release whatever you placed under your diaphragm and create some sort of pillow. Maybe draw the legs up and maybe windshield wiper. Ooh, that did something interesting to my rib cage. I could feel like a release at a certain place in my rib cage. It might make you cough. Wow, wowza, yowza. I was tight there.